say that I've been acting different, yeah. Funny how I finally flipped the script on ya. And you're the one who's double dipping, yeah. You're so sloppy how I caught you slipping up. You're off the lease, run me my keys. No more popping up.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, yeah. So today we're going to be doing a video about the different materials that I got for nursing school when it comes to electronics, school supplies, books. Talk about some of the things that you can expect to buy, like when it comes to your uniforms and just different stuff like software and tests and stuff that you have to pay for as well out of pocket, that some people do not see coming or know about prior to getting into the nursing program. So let's just go ahead and get into. Okay, so I'm currently going into my third week of nursing school. I am a first semester nursing student in the ASN program. So I'm gonna go over everything that I feel like is necessary, everything that I use and or had to get, and I just really hope and pray that this video is helpful and informational for people who are looking to be within the field that I am also trying to be in, and also people who are trying to get into nursing school. So let's start with one of the things that I feel like is the biggest thing, and that is a laptop. As you can see, I got these cute little stickers or whatever. Sorry, I had to make a thumbnail. Anywho, so my laptop is actually touchscreen. I don't even remember the exact brand or version. Well, I know so my computer is a Dell computer. I don't remember the specific name, but I do know that it's Dell as far as the brand, and it is touchscreen, so I like that because it just gives me like versatility. Like sometimes it's quicker for me to do things with my fingers, sometimes using this is fun. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel better. And then it comes out to this, but I don't think there's ever a time where I've needed to use it like that. So yeah, on the laptop, as far as like my nursing program, we utilize it for everything, literally. Yeah, so when I say we use the laptop for everything, I mean our books are on there, even though we have to buy like a book bundle that costs like right at $800. We still have like access codes to where majority of our reading is done via online. Unless you're just one of those people who prefer reading the physical book, but like our assignments are online, everything's online, our tests are online, literally everything. So a laptop is very important. My second thing is my iPad. Let me go grab it. This is my iPad, and I have it really because it's a backup. It helps me to stay organized, and if my laptop dies, because I usually have a bunch of applications, so if my laptop dies, I can always just pop on over to my iPad and utilize that. So every morning before class, I make sure that all of my electronic devices are fully charged, and I also make sure that I bring the chargers to all of my electronic devices that I utilize during the school day with me, because there's so much information online to where even if your devices are charged, they could still die. You have multiple applications open at a time. Majority of the things that are necessary for the nursing program are online. So be prepared to have some type of backup electronic device, just so like if your laptop or your tablet or whatever it is that you primarily use, if it dies, you can easily swap over to something else and it won't hinder you from getting good notes or keeping up in class or whatever the case may be. So those are my two most important things in my head. And then also my cell phone, which I'm recording off of. Next, I bought this little stethoscope case, super cute. This is my third week, so I believe this is going to be the first week that we're actually going to utilize the stethoscope and stuff like that. But just to show y'all what's in it, I have my surgical scissors. Also have, two pin lights, and also have my one-way CPR valve as well. Okay, and then on the other side, which this little flap kind of opens up, I have my stethoscope. For me, one of the most important things that I utilize when it comes to supplies are flashcards. As you can see, I've already started to utilize these. I use this for all of my notes when it comes to any type of studying that I'm doing outside of lecture. Meaning, like, I don't write down every little thing, but like key terms or concepts that I know I need to know, they're all in my flashcards. Secondly is pencils. I have a whole case of these little pencils or whatever, but you get them from Target, or at least I got mine from Target. Let me hold. And I like the fact that although the actual writing isn't in different colors, I like the different colors that are in here, because some days I just want to be able to see a different color. And I know it sounds crazy, but just the little details really do help, especially when you're trying to take notes, like choosing a different color. I don't know, I may be excited about using the pink lead pencil today. Like, I don't know, it's just the thing. I don't even know how to explain it or why I enjoy it so much, but I do. Next I have these highlighters. Also came from Target, by the way. They're super cute. So yeah, and that just helps me to add more color into my notes, make it more interesting. And then I also have these more formal lead pencils. So next is another very important thing for me, which is my 3-subject notebook. And I'm going to tell you why. Right now I'm taking technically 3 classes. So I'm taking my nursing lecture, I'm taking lab, and then I'm also taking a writing class. So this works out. So each class has a section in this notebook, and whenever I'm done with this, then I'll use like my next notebook or whatever. But when I'm at school, I use this, and I also take notes of my flashcards at school. Like if I have time in between classes or whatever. But this is what I use for things that I learned in class, like PowerPoints, extra notes that the teacher may say or whatever. It's all in here. Yeah, I actually really encourage people to do this, because in the first couple of weeks so far, like, I know that I'm doing really good at taking notes and gathering information, because the few tests that or quizzes that we have had, I've been very successful by utilizing my notes. Some people are like, "Ooh, can I buy your notes?" So get you a notebook. I know people like to do digital notes, but it's really just way quicker to write it. And if you want to go back and do that, I recommend doing that. But like writing down the note or the information at first, to me, is better when it comes to gathering a lot of information and making sure that it registers, because the digital way, sometimes it works, but especially if you're copying and pasting, like, it's not going to register as well as it would if you just simply write it out. So that leads me to my next thing, which are my planners. And I have actually like 4 of these. Okay, so planners. So both of these are from Target. I went for black. I prefer everything to be black. I just think it looks better. It looks neater. And then on the inside, I can be colorful and express myself more. But aesthetics, for aesthetic purposes, I just like black for the most part. So these are like the little stickers or whatever. I haven't used any of those, but I'm trying to get you guys to... Okay, so as you can see, I did start, or y'all may not be able to see it, but there are a few notes in here, and they're like important dates when it comes to school or whatever. So I have gone ahead and done that for January, and then soon I'll do it for February, and so on and so forth. And the same thing for this booklet. This is just a reinforcement of the bigger one. If you're going to be in nursing school, you will need a planner, or you will need some type of method to stay organized. Okay, next I kind of consider what I do with them. These 2 things are like miscellaneous things in my opinion, but it's stuff that I got just to make my life easier if at some point I want to utilize it. As of right now, I haven't found that it was necessary, but I got a wireless keyboard. That way, if I am using my iPad or I have to rely on it a little bit more due to me maybe forgetting my laptop or whatever the case may be, I can use this. But I haven't used it. Honestly, I really don't think it's necessary, but it's just something that I bought just in case at some point I want to. And then I also have a wireless mouse as well. Same thing with this. I haven't used it. I haven't needed it yet, but at some point, if I do want to utilize those things, I do have them. Next, I'm just going to talk about my book bag. Okay, yeah, so this is my book bag. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Yeah. Okay, I'm just being silly, y'all. Anywho, so yeah, I've had this book bag since freshman year of high school. To give you a little bit of background, I graduated high school in 2017, baby. It's 2023. This is a good book bag, okay? Okay. And like inside there's pockets for like your laptop. I also put my iPad in the pocket or whatever. So there's ways to keep your very like valuables safe or whatever. So yeah, and then the next portion we're gonna go over stuff like shoes. So I did get shoes as well. I bought them from Amazon. So your school most likely will recommend you certain websites to use. So when it comes to things like your uniform, shoes, and stuff like that, usually your school has a website that you either have to use or they recommend that you use, especially for your uniforms. Usually those are non-negotiable. But things like shoes, socks, pen lights, surgical scissors, stethoscopes, you can get those on your own and you don't have to utilize those expensive websites. So these shoes I got from Amazon for like $30, maybe 35. On my school's website that they recommended, it was like $80. So I definitely recommend that if it's something that you can get elsewhere outside of your actual uniform, get it somewhere else, especially Amazon. I got a lot of stuff from Amazon. So yeah. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to talk about expenses that you have when it comes to preparing for nursing school that don't really fall under the category of school supplies technically. So everybody knows you have to spend a lot of money on books, or if you don't know, now you know. Books in nursing school are very expensive. I think it was around $800 or maybe even $900 for my book bundle. So make sure you're applying for scholarships. Make sure that you're utilizing financial aid if you have that option. Make sure that if you are working, you're saving, because you're going to spend a lot of money, especially in the first semester. So that's one thing. Also, there's other things that a lot of people don't, know about, I guess. Because when I got into the nursing program, I was hit with a bunch of different things that I was responsible for paying, like this. So some of the things that we were responsible for paying for outside of books are things like getting your vaccination record. And that was actually free for me, but it could potentially be a fee. I don't know that it's free for everyone. And then also, if you have any vaccinations that you are not up to date on, you have to get those. And if you don't have insurance or whatever the case may be, then that may potentially be an out-of-pocket cost. Luckily, the college that I go to has a health center that does most of the things that we needed for free, minus the drug test, which leads me to the next thing. Your drug test. You are going to have to pay out-of-pocket for that. I paid out of pocket, it was like $86 or something like that. And then you also have to pay for your background check as well, which was like another $80. And I know there's other things that I'm forgetting, but yes, I guess that's kind of like a little last tip. Like, get you a lunchbox, get you some meal prep, little boxes and sandwich bags or whatever, and healthy snacks so that you can pack your dinner and you can pack your lunch or whatever, because you will spend a lot of your time at school and you don't want to be ordering out every day unless you just got it like that. And if you do, then you do. But even if you do, though, sometimes it's just more economical in general just to save money where you can, especially when you're in the nursing program. So I really hope that this video was helpful for you all. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please put them down below in the comment section. And if y'all have any recommendations or videos that you guys want to see, put that down there as well. Alright, thank y'all for tuning in to my video. Bye for now.